real fact. Same thing. Are you able to see it? See, here is the example. Are you able to see it? Are you able to see it? This is called world. This is called truth. Where is the difficulty to understand it? Don't make it complicated. Same thing. It looks like confusive something, not understandable. And same thing when it is steady, that is clear to you. Clarity is God and confusion is world. कितने डेफिनेशन चाहिए आपको? Milestone is truth, your speed is world. When you are going, you cannot read the milestone, what is written there, or the signboard. If you stand there, so clear to you. This is how the world is God, God is world. Only movement is known as world, steadiness is known as truth. And same thing in different terms it is used, explained. Movement is called Maya. World means Maya, confusion, illusory power. Power is always unsteady. The nature is unsteady. But the holder of the nature, fire is always fire. But heat is its nature. It is fleeting. Sometimes goes higher, sometimes goes lower. Pardon?
I have a question then.
Yes.
Raja Yoga path, you silence the mind, but the mind, the moment that that's the state of mind. When the mind starts moving again, it's like another state of mind. But Jnana Yoga, Viveka, when there's Viveka, I know I'm the Sakshi of mind, quiet mind or noisy mind. So then you can see the difference between the two. So how in the Raja Yoga you don't see, without Viveka, how do you see the difference between the two?
Without Vivek?
You need Viveka to know the difference between
Yes.
the two. And in Raja Yoga, we're just talking about quieting the mind, just the mind, not about Sakshi.
Again, please.
Raja Yoga, you quiet the mind.
You quiet the mind.
The mind becomes quiet. It's a state of mind.
Okay. And in Jnana Yoga?
Jnana Yoga, you see a difference between the movement and you, which isn't part of the movement. It's not at a certain time, it's all the time. Where yoga, there's a certain time,
धान कूट फटका खा सत्तू रे मन मत्तू रे पानी लाओ रे मिलाओ रे. You cannot understand this very jocular example, very funny example. Two persons were going together, they were strangers but got friendship while walking. They were tired and rested at some tree shade and a little water place. So the one removes his ready-made food that is called sattu, the fried flour powder. Everything is made in it, little sugar and everything. Just put some water and mix it and eat. That fellow took out his sattu and he started eating, tried to eat. The other fellow had raw rice, 1 pound. So he had nothing to eat. He was very clever. So this fellow who has ready-made food, he was a little dull. And this clever fellow asks this dull-minded person, "My dear, what are you eating?" "And this is ready-made food." "Oh, it is so bad, you know. I have got good food. Let us exchange it. I feel for you. You see, this 1 pound rice, just pound it, clean it, and eat. So quick method. It is more ready-made. Your sattu, that powder, are sattu re manamattu re. And remove it from your bag and put it in the pot and bring some water and mix it and take in the hand, put in the mouth. It is such a lengthy process. And see, my 1 pound rice, just pound it, clean it, eat it. Such a quick method, easy eatable. Let us exchange it. That dull fellow says, "Yes, yes." Now, poor fellow goes with hunger, and this clever fellow, he enjoys the food. This is how you are telling. Rajas Yoga is direct and Jnana Yoga is indirect and lengthy. It is not so. Whether you go to Aina Devi by other way, there are 3-4 ways. Whichever way you adopt, you have to climb only 70 degrees, nor more nor less. So come on, which path is good? Jnana Yoga says it is direct and Raja Yoga is indirect. These people say, why? Pound fat and clean and eat. Just hear, meditate and realize. But the real seeker, practitioner, he knows how long it takes to contemplate and to come to a conclusion, and then only you can meditate. How difficult it is. Maybe direct, but how difficult it is. We are always trained, habituated to think of sense objects. We don't hear. Even we hear not. Whatever we see not. It is haphazard. The senses are turbulent. They are uncontrolled. While hearing, you don't hear everything properly. Nobody hears because mind is so flittering. It is not easy to hear attentively everything 100% and capturing it by the mind. You see, different minds have different capacity of understanding according to their prior stages of understanding. If you call some students and you teach about yoga, students are from 6th standard, from 10th standard, and from bachelor standard. So will they understand same? The small boys, they have little understanding power. The elderly boys, they can understand, they are not there. And some children have already practiced something, and some are neophytes. Will they understand equally? So similarly, it does not depend upon the path. No object, no subject is ever good or bad. Have you forgotten this formula? It becomes good and bad, or it is easier or difficult according to your status. How do you look it? How do you understand it? How do you use it? What is your capability? Where, from which angle you see it? The paths are not different, they are not hard nor easy. They are same for everyone. Understood now? Raja Yoga is not difficult, more difficult than Jnana Yoga, nor Jnana Yoga is difficult than Raja Yoga. It depends upon the practitioner. How far he understands it, how far he is skillful, how far he is attentive, sincere, regular. All these are taken for count.
Swamiji, my question is about the goal itself in the Raja Yoga. Goal itself for Raja Yoga, total silence, but that silence is a state. So if I identify with the state and the state changes, then the state is gone.
I could not follow. Wait.
Raja Yoga, if I can totally silence the mind, everything. I know there's
Chitta vritti nirodha.
Yes.
So it is stoppage of the mental functions.
Yes.
Mind will be there, silent. Yes.
But it's a state, meaning when it changes, if I'm identifying with the state of the silence, the moment there's a vritti in the mind, it's gone. I'm still identified with the state. So how is that taking me all the way to the end? Because that is still just a state of mind.
When the steadiness is for longer period, it becomes a stronger steadiness, strongest steadiness that happens in the course of samadhi, meditation, samadhi, savikalp, nirvikalp, and beyond samadhi also. So if it is steadied for a long time, what happens? Your car is moving in 100 km speed. All of a sudden you put brake. Car will stop. If it is stopped for 20 years there, will it survive? Just after that, after a little stoppage, again you drive it. Or forcibly, by the momentum it advances forward up to some distance. But if it is stopped for years, it will rot. it will lose its identity. Similarly, the case with every object, if it is not movable, it cannot be steady for a long time. It will lose its name and form. That is, in the case of dead bodies, we call it decomposition. Everywhere. So when the mind stops for longer time, forcibly or easily, let it be by any way, if it is stopped continuously for some time, it will dissolve. It will lose its identity. It will not come back. Jadgatva nanivartante tadhama paramam mama. My abode is strangely different from others. You cannot define that state. So the continuous steadiness dissolves into nothing, which is called everything. That is called the absolute silence. That is available for Rajyogi, Hatha Yogi, Jnana Yogi, Karma Yogi, Bhakta Yogi, for everyone. That depends upon your practice and your way of attainments, stages by stages. But finally, one attains the same absolute silence. That is called Santi. So there is no difference in all these. Raj Yoga, haphazard practice or short time practice may reach Samadhi. Again, if it comes back to the mental situation, slowly it will be degenerated. It will again be worldly. But that effort will not be lost. Again, if he turns back to practice again, he will be helped by prior experience and that momentum will be there. This is what Arjuna asked to Lord Krishna in Gita. Yoga Bhrashta. Yoga Bhrashta means a student was studying in, say, 8th standard. Due to some situation, unavoidable conditions, he left studies, either because of bad habits, not attending to the classes, or because of poverty, or because of illness, some unavoidable conditions. He left studies, and after 2-3 years, again he gets favorable conditions. So where from he will start? All that for certificates, TC, transfer certificate will help you. He will start after 8th. That means 9 he will be admitted. So in this way, the condition is for the yoga practitioners. Never mind, in this life you have not achieved the goal. Next birth, you will be provided with favorable situations.
So you have to do 9th standard only. You will mix.
Yes. Whether it is after 1 year or after 10 years. It is, you have to start from the 9th onwards. This is how that is not never lost. It is assured by Lord Krishna. So, considering all these facts and figures, we find no path is good nor bad. It depends upon your situation, your status. How do you practice it? How do you understand it? How far you are practiced it before? I will give you an example. There are two friends. They wanted to learn music. Both were interested in music. One had little practice. He learnt harmonium by himself. Sa, ga, re. He practiced it by himself. The other had no knowledge at all. So both were interested. They went to some good musician teacher, music teacher. They approached the teacher and said, "We want to learn. Will you accept us?" "Yes, my dear, I will teach you." "How much will you charge and how much time you need? How long we have to practice?" So one by one the teacher takes interview. "For you, do you know anything about music?" "Yes, yes, I know, Guruji, I know." "What do you know? Where from you learnt?" "I learnt by myself. Harmonium I can play sarigama padhanisa." "Oh, I can play drum also a little. I know rhythms." "Oh, for you I will take 2 years to teach you, and I will take, you see, each year, say 5,000, for 2 years, 10,000 you have to pay." "Okay, Guruji." The next he asked, "Do you anything about music?" "No, Guruji, I don't know anything. I am zero." "Okay, I will take 1 year to teach you. You will be master in music, and I will take 5,000 from you. Charges fees." So this fellow says, "What, Guruji, you are so partial? I know, and I will take 2 years, and he doesn't know anything. You can teach him in 1 year and less fees. How is it?" So Guruji explains, "My dear, I have to delete all you have written in the brain. It is a hard job to make you understand whatever you have learned is wrong. To rectify the mistake, it is very difficult. And then I shall take another year to teach you from the very beginning. So I have to charge you double." So this is how sometimes we have some presuppositions. We have understanding before. This is like this, world is like this, our relationships are like this, our effort is like this, we will soon attain the goal, our goal is like this. You have so many presumptions. So how can you have success? A child without any knowledge, if he starts yoga, he will reach earlier than you. So it depends upon your status of learning, acceptance, your knowledge, whatever you have. That is responsible for your success, time taking, and everything. So nothing is good, nothing is bad. This is the real understanding. Don't forget this basic understanding. As you see from your angle of vision, the object looks like that. It is not same for everyone. Don't forget this basic principle. So now, coming to our subject, बाहर की इंद्रियां, अंतःकरण और प्राण आदि की चेष्टाएं ही संसार है. The external senses and the fourfold mind, prana, their movements, their actions are called world with desires. World is nothing but desires only. Desires are just like the water in the mirage, uncertain, changeable. Every moment it changes, multiplies, not clear. You yourself is not clear what you want. Truly speaking, this is our condition. I don't know what I need and what for. What will be the result if I get it? How can I enjoy it? Nothing is known. And yet we desire for something. This has been our habit. हाँ, आदत से मजबूर, और मजबूरी का नाम महात्मा गांधी. महात्मा गांधी कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं, ना इस तरफ ना उस तरफ, क्योंकि दोनों के लिए दया का भंडारा है. अब किसको देखना, किसको बचाना, किसको, हिंदुओं को या मुसलमानों को? तब बेचारे कुछ नहीं कर पाए, पाकिस्तान बन ही गया. हैं? उस समय महात्मा गांधी जी नहीं थे. तो इसी प्रकार हम जो बात करते हैं संसार की, वह मन, सांख्य या योग दोनों में किसी एक में विलीन होकर तत्व ज्ञान रूप से परिणत हो करके इंद्रिय की प्राण दोनों की, इंद्रिय और प्राण दोनों के व्यापार में अकारण बन जाता है. दोनों के व्यापार में, ज्ञान योग हो चाहे राजयोग हो, चाहे कर्म योग हो चाहे भक्ति योग हो, आखिर मन का, प्राण का व्यापार बंद होगा. खाली योग में नहीं कहा कि मन चित्तवृत्ति निरोध राजयोग का थ्योरी, सब में चित्तवृत्ति निरोध होता है. ये तुम्हारे क्या हुआ, अमेरिकन क्या करते हैं सब? नहीं, अरे ये हमारा है, कोई दूसरा नहीं कर सकता. क्या करते हैं उस मोनोपोली को, कुछ भाषा है, हैं? पेटेंट. हाँ, पेटेंट. अरे हल्दी को पेटेंट बना दिया अमेरिका ने, बासमती चावल को भी. हैं? इतना हिम्मत. स्टॉपेज ऑफ चित्तवृत्ति राजयोग का पेटेंट है. कैसे पेटेंट बना लिया? मन का वृत्ति को नाश नहीं करने से प्राण का सबका जब स्थिरता नहीं आई, वृत्तियों का समाप्त नहीं हुआ, तो योग किसको कहोगे? चाहे राजयोग है, हठ योग हो, ज्ञान योग हो, कुछ भी योग हुआ, विदाउट द स्टॉपेज ऑफ एंड ऑफ योर एफर्ट्स कैन यू अटेंड पीस, रेस्ट? It is a must. It is a common sense. It is not patent, made patent by yogis.
तो ग्रेविटेशन के लिए पेटेंट मिलना
अरे gravitation, it is not only concerned with the earth, the whole world, whole universe is sustained by that power. अनंत है।
वो न्यूटन बोलेगा मैंने
हाँ, तेरे बाप ने बनाया था। वो ढूंढ निकाला, अरे ये पहले से नहीं था। तू कहाँ से ढूंढ निकाला न्यूटन? न्यूटन के बच्चे, पहले से नहीं था दुनिया। ये फोर्स काम नहीं कर रहा था, तू कहाँ से ढूंढ निकाला? ये सब अपना अहंकार है, एक मानने की बात। तो इस तरह एक एक से दोनों के फल की सिद्धि हो जाती है। अतः सांख्य और योग इन दोनों का समुच्चय नहीं है, किंतु विकल्प ही है, यह भाव है। दोनों अलग भी हैं और एक भी है, जिस दृष्टि से। अभी देखो, क्या देखते हो? 2 उंगली दिखता है ना, 2 fingers. See now? The angle differs, situation differs, the two becomes one. तो योगा और सांख्य और ये क्या तुम्हारे हठ या कुछ भी नाम दे दो, जैसे तुम देखते हो ऐसा दिखेगा। कभी एक ही दिखता है, कभी अलग अलग दिखता है। ना ये एक है ना अलग है, जैसे तुम देखते हो ऐसे ही हो।
सांख्य योग बोले तो ज्ञान योग होता है।
सांख्य योग को यहाँ ज्ञान योग के रूप में दिया है। सांख्य योग और कहीं ये सिर्फ राजयोग को बोलते हैं, अलग अलग मतांतर। हाँ हाँ, कौन कैसा देखा, कौन कैसा समझा। तभी तो एक शब्द में बोल दिया कि एक है सत्य, विप्रा बहुधा वदन्ति। One truth is explained, expressed, and it is told in different languages, different expressions, in the different ways. One truth. देह में अहंता दर्शन पूर्वक ही सब संस्कृतियाँ उत्पत्ति होती है, और अहंता दर्शन में मन कारण है। I am the body, because of this feeling, because of this identity, the whole world is seen and related and imagined. The whole world, because is seen, or you have relation with everyone because of the ego with this body. और अहंता दर्शन में मन कारण है। टू हैव दिस ईगो, माइंड इज द कॉज। मन के बिना कोई अहंकार नहीं, मन का बदलाव को अहंकार कहते हैं, और ये हमेशा बदलता रहता है। मन की शांति हो जाने पर सब तरह की संस्कृतियाँ की शांति हो जाती है। ये फार्मूला और दूसरे ढंग से विचार कर रहे हैं। अब शरीर जब तक है, शरीर के साथ मोह है, मैं शरीर हूँ, अहंता है, ये गलती। इसी के ऊपर तो मैं गाना गाता हूँ, और सिनेमा गाना क्या पता नहीं कौन गाया था, लेकिन मेरे को भा गया। दिल गलती कर बैठा है, गलती कर बैठा है दिल, बोल हमारा क्या होगा।
वो एक पाली है स्वामी जी पहले,
हैं?
वो एक पाली है जो दरगाह में वह गाते हैं ना, तो वो भगवान के ऊपर ही गाता है असल में। ये दिल ये
वो किसी भी कह दे, इसमें दो अर्थ तो होता है, हम भगवान के ऊपर लगा सकते हैं। अरे तेरे से प्यार हो गया, अब दुनिया फीका पड़ गया, अब तो जान देने के लिए हम तैयार हो गए। तू खाली दिल क्या मांगता है, हम तो जान दे देंगे। गलती कर बैठा था पहले। शरीर को मैं मान लिया था तो सारा दुनिया मेरा हो गया था। उसमें यह है, मैं तो सोचा था किसी को प्यार नहीं करूँगा, पर कर बैठा है। और किसी को दिल नहीं दूंगा, पर दिल तो चला गया। चित्ता चोर के पास चला गया, अब क्या होगा। वो तो चोरी कर लिया, पकड़ लिया, अब मैं हेल्पलेस। तो वही होता है सर।
रोमांटिक हो गया,
हाँ जी,
रोमांटिक हो गया है तो
पागल है स्वामी जी।
दिल पागल है। हाँ, दिल पागल हुआ, लेकिन गलती तो पहले कर लिया। वो दिल को हम जानते हैं शरीर के कारण, शरीर से अलग नहीं कर पाते हैं, इसलिए तो यही गलती तो कर बैठे हैं। और इसी के कारण सारा दुनिया यार, अगर शरीर नहीं होता है तो माँ बाप कहाँ से आते हैं, भाई बहन कहाँ से आते हैं, पत्नी बच्चे कहाँ से आते हैं, रिश्ता नाता कहाँ से आते हैं। भव रोग इसी का नाम, पहला रोग पकड़ लिया, ये कंटामिनेटिंग कोरोना कोविड-19। अरे कितना फेज में आएगा कोई ठिकाना नहीं, अभी 4th फेज चल रहा है। कोविड
नाम बदल के आ जाएगा।
हाँ, नाम बदल के रूप बदल के आ जाता है, बहुरूपिया। ये शरीर जब तक है, सारे दुनिया सारे परेशानियाँ, सारे समस्या शरीर के कारण है। यही कह रहे हैं, देह में अहंता दर्शन पूर्वक ही सब संस्कृतियाँ, सारे संसार उत्पन्न होती है, और अहंता दर्शन में मन ही कारण है। मन के शांति हो जाने पर सब तरह की संस्कृतियों की शांति हो जाती है यार। चित्तवृत्ति सारे समस्या का अंत कर देता है जब निरोध हो जाता है। चित्तवृत्ति निरोध, स्टॉपेज ऑफ द momentum of the mind, it solves all the questions, all the problems. This is the eternal solution. But if it comes again to the mental condition, to the motion, again the same problems. हाँ? मन देह को उस तरह देखता है जिस तरह बालक बेताल को बालक बेताल को कैसा देखता है, मन ही मन बना लेता है एक रूप और भयभीत हो जाता है। आसक्ति भी हो जाता है। मना करो बेताल नहीं, फिर भी वो बेताल के बारे में सोचेगा, और है कहने से सोचेगा, नहीं है कहने से सोचेगा, क्योंकि मन गढ़ंत है, वो मन से कहाँ जाएगा। किसी ने मेरे को गुस्सा से बोल दिया, मेरा हालत मैं बताता हूँ। किसी ने मेरे को गुस्सा से बोल दिया, मैं तेरे को अभिशाप देता हूँ, चल तू रोगी हो जाएगा। मेरे घुटना दर्द था ही पहले से, मैं सोचा और थोड़ा सा सिर दर्द होने लग गया, अरे इसी का कहने से हो गया। और जितना सोचता हूँ, अरे शरीर का तो अपना पहले से है, इसके बोलने से क्या होगा, कर्म क्या, कर्म प्रधान विश्व करी रखा, ये क्या गलत हो गया सब, उसके कहने से हो जाएगा। कैसे हो जाएगा? अभिशाप किसको कहते हैं, वर प्रसाद किसको कहते हैं, सुनो कहानी। नित्यानंद स्वामी जी बड़े सिद्ध बाबा गणेशपुरी के, हाँ जी बड़े सिद्ध थे। वो माया का उपासना बहुत किए हैं, शक्ति उपासना बहुत किए हैं, बचपन से बहुत किए हैं। उनके जीवन ही बड़ा विचित्र है, बड़ा उत्पटांग काम करते थे सब। स्मशान में जाकर के बैठे रहेंगे, कहीं कुछ ऐसा काम करेंगे जो बच्चा भी नहीं करता है। उनके पर्पस कुछ है अंदर, वो कोई नहीं समझते हैं। तो साईं बाबा का भी वही हालत है, सिद्धों का सब